at home, you are welcome to Foundation Support. I am your dear host, Adebayo Titilofe. And with me is
Leke Ogushaki.
Leke is a media personnel. He has had some encounter with our guests. Leke, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
We have with us a special guest who, in his own words, has summarized the country's problem to be just one thing, and that is intention. Leke, join us and welcome Mr. Segun Akindele, the CEO of Call Entertainment. Mr. Segun, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
You're welcome, Mr. Segun.
It's my pleasure.
Please say hello to the viewers at home.
Good day, viewers.
Mr. Segun, you summarized the country's problem to be intention.
Yeah.
I don't understand, and I'm sure our viewers at home does not understand either. Can you explain to us what you mean by intention and how it has to do with the country's problem?
Okay, that's a good one. I think let me start from explaining the word intention, like you suggest.
Okay.
Intention basically is the reason for every action. Like for you and I being here today is basically because we had intention to be here. So and also intention is a guide to your thinking. I don't know if you agree with me. Intention determines how you reason. So that is just that on intention.
Okay.
Then when you ask about how it has to do with
the country's problem.
okay, that's a good one. You see, basically, talking about Nigeria, we are not just Nigerians without leaders.
Yes.
And these leaders are like our fathers, our parents, right? So therefore, they are the one who provide for us. Am I right?
Yes,
Yeah.
your land.
So when we talk about the leaders working with the system, are ones who provide for us, then they decide what we have and what we don't have.
Okay.
Now let me ask some series of questions. Nigerians are hungry.
Yes, I agree to that.
Yeah, Nigerians are hungry. Now I'll ask, are we hungry because we lack food in the first place?
I don't think so.
Okay. I think I used to know, or I heard that there was a time in this country that people graduate from school and they have job waiting for them.
Yes.
I also learned there was a time that civil servant officials will work, retired, and have their pension in cash.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, now having all of these good agendas, good system running, and people enjoying life,
Okay.
that means there was sufficiency. But now there was sufficiency, and now we are lacking. Why? I want you to answer that. Why?
Oh, Mr. Segun, sorry for cutting you here.
Okay.
Now, from what you've been trying to say, you've been going to the previous Nigeria and the new era Nigeria.
Yeah, definitely. That's just it.
And the point now is, are you trying to say that the thing that has changed between the previous Nigeria and the new Nigeria is intention? Like, I don't know. Please try and differentiate.
Yeah, definitely it is. Okay, Mr. Leke.
Leke, yes.
Okay. You are here, right?
Yes.
I think I want to ask, do you have every resources to be at this state of your life when you started your life? Or does your parents have the whole resources that brought you to this state?
Absolutely no. No.
Absolutely no. But you had intention to live a good life and look good like you're looking, right?
Sure.
And that intention guide your thoughts, and you decide what you need to do, right?
Yes.
And you are getting there, and your life is looking better. If you single-handedly can get to this state with a lack of resources, then why would Nigeria, with sufficient resources, now be here with the problem of hungry, no light, no water? That is basically because the resources were being mismanaged.
Is it by our leaders or?
We don't. Yes, by our leaders. Because are you the one managing the national resources?
Actually, Mr. Segun, I was about asking you a question. You're talking about intention. Like, is it the intention of the leaders that really matters, or the intention of Nigerians as a whole? Like, we really want to know what you really.
Differentiate between the two. Intention of our leader and the intention of we, the citizen.
You see, the intention of our leaders is strictly the problem. The intention of our leaders, the way and system they govern us, determines how we think and how we react and act towards things. Just as your own personal self-intention determines what you want to do and what you don't want to do. So now their own intention and system of governance determines the way we think and the way we act and react towards things. So it is their intention.
Mr. Shegun, what do you think might be the solution to intention? Because intention is just normal. What is the solution to maybe to correct our leader? I don't know. You understand what I'm trying to say?
If we all agreed now, like you said yourself and the viewers, that the intention of our foundational leaders is absolutely a national problem.
Okay.
Do you agree with that now?
Okay. From your point.
Okay. Now talking about the way forward. Okay. I sat down to look strictly into it, the way forward of this foundational national problem, and I got to figure out we've got just three options.
Three options.
Yes. The first option is Nigeria will be great, right?
We hope so.
Yeah, Nigeria will be great because the natural law of life is that life revolves.
Yes.
Those people who are OBO today, who are rich today, will come to become poor in some time to come. And those who are poor today will come to become rich.
It seems you're operating as a prophet, Mr.
Vice
Shegun.
versa.
No, that's how it is. Life revolves.
Okay.
So it turns round. So Nigeria will be great. It will be great naturally. But the question is, do we want to wait until it revolves? Until this bad system of governance under these terrible leaders revolves until it neutralizes to be good? That is the question. Because we Nigerians will pray, Nigeria will be good, Nigeria. Yes, it will be good. But if we wait until it revolves, until nature takes charge, ask yourself that question. Because that's what I ask myself. Will I be alive? Will I fulfill my purpose?
No, not at all.
Because many have died because of bad roads, because of hunger, great destinies. That is one option.
Okay.
The second option is this. Nigeria will be great upon realizing that, okay, we have a foundational and intentional problem affecting us. Then we think what action we can take. And that only action I think we could take, peaceful action, is using the weapon we have against our enemies.
And what's the weapon, Mr. Shegun?
Okay. You know, you always have one weapon or some weapon, no matter how small it is, against your enemies until you acquire more, if I'm right. The only peaceful weapon we have against this terrible nation and leaders is our vote.
Mr. Shegun, I have a question concerning what you just said.
Okay.
Now, Nigerians have been saying our votes don't count. Do you really believe in that?
Of course, yes, our vote don't count. You all know that.
So you're part of those Nigerians that said our votes don't count.
Yeah, your votes don't count. Because the truth is, if you, not even saying if you don't vote in masses, if you as citizens don't vote, our leaders will bring results.
Wow.
We've been experiencing such, so it shouldn't be.
Now, Mr. Shegun, sorry, I have a question again. Okay. Now, going back to intention. Intention has to do with mindset, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and changing a mindset is kind of very, very tedious if we want to change someone's mindset.
Definitely.
So how do you think we can bring solution to changing our leaders' mindset in this country?
That is a tough one. You know, I want to explain by saying, you know, there are people who you think they need help. who you say that they need help, but within themselves, they don't need help. You see them drowning, and you felt they need help, and you want to help them. But if within them they don't need help, they will drown you along with them. So, working on changing the mindsets is a very tough one. So, I will tell you, I will not want you and I to really deliberate on that, because figuring out if they need help or not will be a tough one. But the solution to our own success should be our concern, right? So that will bring me to the third option I was talking about. If you were with me.
Yes, I'm with you.
The third option now is that upon realizing that the intention of our foundational leaders is what is affecting and will still be affecting us, the third solution is that we've got to decide to take either of those options I've mentioned, or you and I come together to build a new nation. A nation you and I will decide what our intention want to be for the nation.
So you're saying the solution is we should come together and build a new nation?
Yes, we'll write out a new constitution, we'll write out a new system, and you and I will work on that. That is just it. Those are the three options. And I think in the country now, we are experiencing it. We have some people now who will tell you they will never vote again. Why? Because they understand your question that our vote does not count any longer.
Thank you, Mr. Shegun.
No, let me conclude that. And also, we have in this country now a part of this country who are fighting for freedom, fighting for independence. And lastly, we have some people, I will not say some ignorant people, who are still in that group of praying for a better Nigeria. Those are the three options. So which do you want to go by? The nature revolving around a better Nigeria, you are praying and fasting, or a new system, or you want to build a new nation?
Thank you, Mr. Shegun. Viewers at home, you've had our guest. He said the solution to Nigeria's problem is we should come together and build a new Nigeria.